Alright guys, so I just got done recording both of these piles and I want to tell you that they are so totally connected in this particular reading. So this is like one big jumbo reading. So I want to encourage you to watch both piles only if you feel drawn to do so, okay? But I feel like in both of these piles there was some really great and amazing information and really great messages to come through. So check it out if you feel like your intuition is telling you to do so. What's up, tribe? It's Coach Dana. I have a brand new pick a card ready for you guys. This is How Do I Heal My Broken Heart? But first, a subscriber shout out to Miss Anna, who supplied the artwork to my thumbnail. She's also a paranormal investigator, guys. I'm going to link all of her information in our description box below. So if you're into cool and creepy stuff, this is the group you need to follow. I love this girl anyways. So we have two piles to choose from. For a more concentrated type of energy, guys, I'm looking for specific guidance when it comes to this, because this is heavy duty information, okay? Romantic love is so much like an addiction, okay? So even the chemicals in our brain are responding the same kind of way. So when we have a breakup, it's very much like going through some kind of withdrawal from, a substance or something like that, okay? So the effects are very, very similar. So this is why it makes it harder to heal. It makes it harder to push past this hurt, this pain. And this is why I wanted to make a very concentrated pick a card, okay? And I'm also going to be throwing in some coaching advice on top of this, because that's what I do best. So go ahead, take your time, pause the video. Your timestamps, ways to book with me, ways to donate to this channel are in your description box below. And I want to also remind you guys that my gift shop is available and it's open. That link is right below this video as well. So I will see you at your pile. Alright, pile number one. So how do we heal this broken heart of yours? Whew, I have to be honest as to how I feel about this. There's this this feeling, this desire, this wanting, and even a slight temptation. There's a slight temptation to wanting, like this feeling of wanting to go back to this person, going back to this person that once hurt you here, okay? That can be quite disastrous, okay? So I really think with this world card coming through here and sitting so closely to the power card, I really feel like this is just about you accepting that this is over, okay? And I really think it's for your highest good that you just accept it, because it's preventing you from really moving into your healing here, okay? The idea here is to release this so that you can move into your healing, okay? So there has to be some kind of closure put on this. There has to be I really honestly feel it's just like accepting that this is over, okay? Just accept it. And I think the sooner the better you finally realize that, I just need to accept it, okay? You really, by doing so, you really are creating a space where you can move forward. You can move forward with your life. You can just let go of anything that's, still attached to you from this relationship. You're focused a little too much on the things that have happened in this relationship, okay? You're probably still thinking about all the things that went wrong. You're probably thinking about, what could I have done differently to make this situation better? And in some ways, I feel like you're putting a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You're putting a lot of blame on yourself. but the reality is that this could have gone this is like a two-way street. But I also feel that the person in this connection was just as equally responsible or irresponsible about their actions and their words and things like this too. So it really, this is a two-way street, you know, like the respect wasn't there, the true connection wasn't there, and it really somewhere in it, the connection was just kind of blocked up here. Okay. Again, you know, I really think that in this kind of energy, I really think this is more about you focusing more on you, okay? But there's this feeling of like, there's this fear of moving on here, okay? One of the ways that you're keeping yourself connected in this connection is probably through the use of social media here, okay? You're probably still checking back on their social medias. You're looking to see, like, are they with somebody else by now? Are they, you know, are they happy? Stuff like this. I think what needs to happen here is deleting any signs of this person, okay? Especially through social media, okay? You want to block them. You want to not have this constant reminder coming through your news feed or however you're seeing this person. I'm also hearing Tinder. God, Tinder is so, in some ways, so nasty. Like, it's I don't know. Just there's something about that website or that app that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. But there's this constant reminder of this person coming through your newsfeed or whatever. And it's like ripping a Band-Aid off over and over and over again when you see this person, you know, or you go and you look and you kind of spy and you kind of look to see if they're happy or not or something like that here. But in a sense, you have to stop torturing yourself over this person, okay? I know moving on and moving away from this is difficult, okay? I feel the fear in this. I feel the disappointment in this. But I have to tell you, if you are really sincerely wanting to heal from this, you have to disconnect from this person on all levels and every form here, okay? Do yourself a favor, okay? Let's see here. Moving forward, it is about you standing back in your power. It is about you becoming more in alignment with peace, okay? And there's this energy that comes through very, very clearly for me that this is about you taking better care of yourself here, putting more of the focus on you instead of the person, okay? The reason why this is so much more important is because if you're holding ill feelings towards this person, the more you focus on that, the more it's going to grow into everything, really. It's going to start to affect you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. So you have to stop focusing on this person, okay? There's way too much focus on them and not enough on you, okay? This is about you and how you're healing and how you're taking care of yourself. Are you getting outside and getting enough fresh air? Are you, spending maybe some time in meditation or getting enough sleep at night? I'm thinking of like guided meditations to get you in the mood to fall asleep, okay? Something that I do, okay? But giving back to yourself, okay? Giving back to yourself, loving yourself wholeheartedly, loving yourself first instead of keeping the focus on this person here. Because then because you want to be, I heard the word obsession, obsession. You don't want this to become an obsession for you, okay? This is a learned behavior. You've kind of taught yourself to focus more on this person, and you're watching, and it's becoming an obsession. Okay, are they happy today? Are they angry today? Ha ha, are they happy? You know, something like that. It's that kind of a feeling that's really coming through with this. I think what has to happen in this energy is there has to be a healthier way to move forward, okay? Because there's this underlining fear of making the movements forward or moving away from this person. I mean, there are ways to do this, but there are also healthier ways to do this, okay? Most of us don't want to deal with our pain. They don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. So what we end up doing is we end up suppressing these kinds of emotions. We keep them bottled up inside, or we turn to, you know, some kind of substance, alcohol, you know, drugs, anything to just numb the pain away. And that is the most unhealthiest approach that we can all do to ourselves, okay? And we're all guilty of doing this at one time or another. We either stuff it down or we just go bury it somewhere. But I will tell you that if your pain is not dealt with in a healthy way, and it's you work through your pain like a process, this pain does come back to bite you in the ass, okay? Because along the way there will be things that will trigger you. There will be things like, I don't know, a certain song that the two of you liked, or you are going through your junk drawer one day and you find a picture of the two of you together. There will be those triggers all over again. So in this moment, in the here and now, this is why it's important for you to work on this healing here, okay? And I feel like you have to find the healthier ways to navigate through this healing process. One of the ways that I'm feeling very guided to express to you is to perhaps, you know, not only taking better care of yourself, giving back to yourself, but I feel like there is perhaps for you, maybe booking a trip somewhere, getting away for a while, okay? Maybe it is that I see somebody sitting underneath a palm tree journaling. So maybe it is that you take some time to journal your feelings, get that pain out of you, that pain on paper. Maybe it is that you do write this person a letter explaining to them how they made you feel, you know, something like that. You don't necessarily have to mail this letter to this person, but the idea is to get this energy, these thoughts, your thoughts are energy, and get all of that energy and put it out and get it out of you and put it all on this, you know, on paper here, okay? Now you can go as far as to make this a bit of a ceremonial type of deal where you know, you can burn this paper, and by burning the paper you're releasing this negative toxic energy that has been stored up in you. And I have to put a little bit of emphasis on hanging on to these emotions, because this kind of pain, this kind of sorrow can easily manifest in your physical body. And I always say anywhere between the common cold and cancer is how we're going to start to see physical manifestations of this kind of energy. So you have to take a break here from this, okay? Take a break. Go get away from this, you know, get away from your thoughts, even if you feel like you should be booking a trip, or, you know, or at least sitting down and you know, getting this anger out of you and putting it on paper, or any kind of ill feelings that you still might have. But more importantly, I think what needs to happen here is that you understand how important it is to forgive this person. And I get so much hatred when I talk about forgiving that person. But, you know, forgiveness is not something that you're doing for the other person. You're really doing this for yourself here. You have to disconnect that emotional attachment that you still have to this person. It is very, very, very important that you do that. It's so important that you do that. And I know it's hard. It's hard to do that considering what, what people will actually put you through, but you have to let go of this attachment here, okay? It's important. This is important for you, okay? Because you're blocking yourself from a happier state of mind, a happier being, a more peaceful, being more in alignment with your peace and being more in alignment with the universe. But really, you are preventing yourself from moving forward here because you stay kind of stuck. You're stuck here, okay? So my best suggestion is to bring yourself back into alignment. Bring yourself back into your own power and realize that you're worthy of something so much better here. You're worthy of a true connection, something that means something that's real here, okay? This is not even this wasn't real, okay? So, in taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul here, trying to get some more sleep here, book that trip if you want to. Go out and just get away for a while, be the center of your own universe and just nurture yourself, bring yourself back to whole here is kind of the idea, the gist of what I'm really trying to get across here. But no more sneaking over and checking in on this person. You're only hurting yourself by doing this here, okay? But and understanding too that this is a healing process. This can't happen overnight, and this won't happen nothing will change overnight, okay? This is a process, okay? And I never encourage anybody just to heal up. Hurry up your healing. No. Because like I said, this does bite you back in the ass again, okay? It is very possible that there will be another person to show up just like the other person, doing the same exact things, and then you're triggered all over again. But I think with all this heartache and pain, you are learning so much more about yourself. You're learning about your self-worth, your self-respect, how you want to be treated in the future, okay? And just remember, you actually teach people how to treat you. So, you don't have to put up with things as long as your boundaries are high, not too damn high, but high enough. Your standards are high. Just making sure that people are meeting your standards, So you have a little bit of exercise here. You have a little bit of work to do, again, expressing your emotions through writing here, okay? And moving on with your healing at a pace that you're comfortable with here, okay? A lot of this is going to fade over time here. A lot of this is emotional time. This is time for you to just focus on you instead of focusing so much on what went wrong. Just let it go. Just accept it. Your first step here, again, is all about just accepting it, okay? Don't let that, and I get the feeling like some of this energy, who you're thinking about will try to weasel their way back in here, but you're a much better person if you don't let them come back. And why do you want to go back to something that was so right? So do yourself a favor. But a lot of this moving forward, as you work on your inner healing, you come to a place where just you're returning back into your inner happiness, especially in these two energies. But this is really about doing the work. Don't procrastinate about doing the work, okay? I know it's scary. It's like, I don't want to step into it because it's a really dark closet, or it's a really dark hole. I don't want to go down there, but you do it, and you get past it, and then you're able to move on without carrying any of the baggage from this relationship. This is what's important here. You don't want to move forward carrying this crap into a brand new relationship, especially if it has the opportunity to be something serious. You know what I'm saying here? So a lot of your wishes and your concerns regarding the future are really going to fade away. And this is a result of you doing that massive brain dump where you just get all that emotion back onto some paper here and just getting it all out of your system, making sure that you're just enjoying life, getting fresh air, good night's sleeps, things like this, just really giving back to yourself here, okay? So no more focusing on this person. This is about you, and stop being sneaky. Don't sneak over to their social media. Just block them out of your life. This will help you bring closure into your healing here, okay? So these are some things that are coming through from Spirit in regards to how we are and how to heal your broken heart, okay? So if this has resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye. All right, pile number 2. So how do I heal my broken heart? This for me is what's grabbing my attention right out of the gate, guys. Okay, so this 9 of Earth, this 4 of Air, and this round and round and round, okay? So a lot of this is the thoughts that you still have about this person, and it's a constant loop, a constant pattern. It's the ruminating, the reminiscing, the going over and over and over, around and around your head, to the point where it's exhaustion. You know, it's making me tired just tapping into that little bit of energy, you guys. So I can understand how tiring this has been for you. A lot of this, for me, I can feel like, I can kind of feel like how you've been kicked around here too, okay? I have to be honest with you. But here you are, you're going around and around in your head, and I think what needs to happen here is it's kind of like what I was saying in pile number 1. Like, stop. If you still see this person on social media, I think it's important for you just to kind of completely block this person. Do what you need to do to stop being reminded of this person. I also feel like this is a little bit deeper. I feel like this is more of like, for some of you guys, you may lay down in the bed at night, the bed that the two of you shared, or the nights that this person came over to sleep over. You can still probably smell them. You can probably like there might be some clothes of theirs still laying around here, but you can still smell like their cologne or their perfume on their clothes here too. I think what needs to happen is that you need to remove any articles of clothing, any pictures, any property of theirs that still might hold their energy. That needs to go away here too. And I'm also being shown, it's kind of weird how I'm seeing this in my head, but I also feel like I'm looking at a bedroom, but all of a sudden the bedroom rearranges itself. So what that means for me is that the environment needs to be rearranged too. Like moving around the furniture, perhaps putting a different color sheets, getting old drabby sheets off your bed and just maybe sprucing up your environment a little bit. Areas see, they snuck the word apartment in here. So some of you guys were probably sharing an apartment here, but areas of your apartment or your home or anywhere that the two of you spend a whole lot of time together, I think the furniture needs to be rearranged here, okay? I think that's a good way to kind of cleanse their energy, get them out of get their residual energy out of your environment too, okay? And again, that's getting rid of any clothes that they may have left behind. I see personal items still in somebody's car here, so just get rid of it, okay? This isn't necessary for you guys to be hanging on to this, again, because I was explaining in pile number 1 that these things are triggering you. This is really what's preventing you from moving forward into your healing. It's like you're holding on to this in maybe like a hopeful kind of way, but you're also hanging on to it because you're afraid to move forward, you're afraid to move on, and I get that. But this is not allowing you to heal, okay? And again, these are things that are just re-triggering that old pain, that old hurt. And I think you deserve to move on here. You deserve to move on and return back into your happiness and just loving life again, loving how your life was before you met this person, getting back into the old you, you know, before all of this took place. So be fair to yourself, be good to yourself, you know. So that was pretty deep, and that's only 3 cards in, you guys. But the Empress is all about, taking care of yourself. You know, she nurtures herself. She takes very good care of herself. Now, if there were children involved in this connection, this is all about, making sure that the kids are okay. I feel like there are kids. And this could be a divorce as well, or just a separation where there were children involved. But, taking the time out to speak to the kids and say, listen, just because we're separating and we're going our different directions doesn't mean that like, most kids think that this is their fault when parents separate. Just be there to reassure your children, because they're not, in their eyes, they feel like this is all my fault if I was never born, talk to your kids and just give them the reassurances that they need, so that they understand that this has nothing to do with them. This has to do with grown adults not knowing how to get along anymore, or simply just falling apart, falling away from each other, not falling apart, but falling away from each other. That's something that happens too. The people are in love for a very long time, and they just kind of simply drift away from each other. And sometimes the feelings are mutual. Sometimes it's time for a change. It's time to take on a new karmic partner, a new soulmate, something like this here. But that's what happens. That's what happens with life, It's just a matter of us accepting it, For some of this energy, very, 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 very small percentage of this energy too, I feel like you were set up for a one-night stand and you didn't see it coming here, which has kind of left you devastated, because you were feeling like this was going to be, like you were like, this is it. This is the person. That hurts. That really hurts. That hurts me in a physical way. And being the person that I am, I take on all kinds of emotions. It's surprising that I just don't hit the floor by the end of the day, guys. But this is what I do. So, but I can feel the pain in this. I really can. And I think that, for me, this again was a karmic cycle that you have experienced, whether this was the one night stand or a long-term committed relationship, a divorce, something like this. This is all karmic, guys. So there was a valuable lesson in here for you guys to learn. There's a beautiful take-home message. And most of the time, what do I say, guys? It's about your worth. It's about how you're valuing yourself, how you're allowing people to treat you. I sound like a broken record, but I swear my purpose is to get people to understand your value, just to show you how valuable you actually are. You don't need to put a clearance tag on yourself at any point of your life, whether it's for a job opportunity, friendships, romantic relationships. You never have to put a clearance tag on you, ever. Okay, walk around, you're a Gucci bag, and keep it Gucci. Okay, you are not something you can find at a dollar store. Okay, let's just put it let's just put it out there just like that. Okay, so really, I really do believe that the take-home message for you is to understand that you are valuable, and you need your standards were being absolutely 100% tested in this. Okay, and I can see moving forward, you're gonna come to that understanding that I do need to, in a sense, protect myself by keeping my standards high and making people work to meet those standards. You know what I'm saying? If they say that they're going to call and they don't call you, then, how interested are they in you really? You know what I'm saying? You're done with this manipulation. These two energies sitting side by side, guys, is like that player, that manipulator, that person that was setting you up for that one night stand, or that person that was sneaking around, seeing other people behind your back and stuff like that. This this is where the lesson is for you. This is where that lesson is for you. And I know moving forward, you're not going to make the same mistakes. You're going to pay attention to those red flags. And I tell you guys all the time, if you see red flags, pay attention to them, because you're going to save yourself months and years of heartache and pain, okay? If you pay attention, if something ain't hitting you right about their energy, you gotta be really in tune to that, and you got to know what to do when you feel that, okay? So moving forward, I think it's time for you to adopt a healthier habits here too, okay? And again, I feel a little bit of this is falling in from piles number one, but readjusting your focus back on you. This is what they're saying. It's time to focus on you, okay? Taking care of yourself, making sure. I always feel like there could be like consuming lots of alcohol that causes you to become dehydrated here, okay? So don't use alcohol or drugs to escape this pain, you guys. You don't have to heal this overnight. Like everybody thinks like, oh, I'm going to be healed overnight. No, this is a process. And this is why I'm encouraging you to find healthier habits to move through this process, okay? So if you're starting to feel like your heart and your mind are trailing back into the thoughts of this person, the quickest way to put yourself back on track is to do things that you love to do. Starting a new project or a new hobby, getting into something else here. So instead of falling into this circle of craziness, you start something new here. Because in order for things to change, you have to be the reason why it changes, right? So you want to adopt a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things, okay? Instead of falling into that trap of like, oh, I miss her, I miss him, blah, 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 blah. You go into, I don't know, you go and you try out pottery, or you take up, you start working on some artwork, or you remind yourself of all the things that you used to do and you love to do, and pull your mind right back into that, okay? Just go right back into the things that you love to do. Again, loving yourself and doing the things that you love to do, okay? This Empress, I'm so glad she's out here. She's so like up in your face right now, like, listen, okay? Just hear me out. I love that. Anyways, so let's see what else I got. So there's this underlining humming of energy that's coming through here. That there's this, I'm going to try to explain this the best way how I can based on how I'm feeling here. But I feel like in some ways the word rejection is very strong in my mind. Okay, so I feel like for a majority of you guys, you're questioning why you were being rejected in this energy. Okay. And it's really, really easy for us to just sit here and assume all the reasons why we were being rejected by this person, okay? First of all, it is very possible that you started irritating their demons. Your light was too bright for this person, and they just, you were irritating their demons, and that's, and or maybe you're still sitting there assuming that you're not worthy of love, you're not worthy of anything in life. You're falling into some self-sabotaging thoughts here, or you're just basically assuming things about this rejection that you're feeling here, okay? I think what has to happen, and what could help in this healing process here, is that you you do go and you speak to friends. I mean, friends that you know that will be there and listen to you and have your back and be honest with you about things here, okay? Reach out to people and talk to your friends, your trustworthy friends, okay? Not only that, I think daily affirmations is something that will help you here, okay? Because right now I feel like you're taking this rejection so personal that you're starting to believe that you're not good enough, you're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless, you're not worthy of love. I feel like this is what you guys are telling yourself, like you're putting this limit on yourself. And I feel like a lot of you guys have lost the confidence for moving forward, moving on from this too. There's a lack of confidence that's coming through so strongly from you guys. So I think what has to happen is rewriting that script that you have running in your mind about yourself, because right now this has really crushed the shit out of you. And the one of the quickest ways, I don't want to ever say quick, but one of the things I'm feeling very guided to inspire you to start working on is just the affirmations, bringing in some more positive energies back into your mind, reminding yourself that you're not what you're telling yourself. You're lying to yourself basically here, okay? So moving in a way that where you begin to learn to love yourself. You have to love yourself in this energy, you guys, okay? And some of this for me is like tapping back into your inner child. So maybe you guys with this relationship and it breaking and falling apart or whatever has triggered things from your childhood too, okay? So maybe it is about you tapping back into your childhood and start talking to your childhood and taking better care of your inner child, okay? A lot of our old wounds are still gaping and gushing from our childhood. So we have to take care of that aspect of our lives too as well. So that is something that you can apply moving forward is those daily affirmations, not running away from this pain and this hurt by suppressing it with like alcohol and drugs, and getting outside, getting out and connecting with friends, enjoying the sunlight. I know in this part of the world it's a lot hotter than it's been, but getting out and maybe going swimming and enjoying the sunlight. The sunlight gives us so the sun is just a gift from God, okay? You guys use it responsibly. I do want to say that, okay? But I'm also getting the feeling, I was picking this up in pile number 1 too, but some of you guys have this temptation. I'm going to use this word temptation, this temptation to go back to the person that has hurt you here, okay? I don't think that's a good idea, okay? So instead of running back to this person, run to their friends, run to your support, fall back into your daily affirmations, start working on loving yourself again, taking really, really good care of yourself. You know, what I'm gathering too is the focus has to come back to you. Okay, these two piles are so entwined today. This hasn't happened in a very long time. I'm just going to point that out. But the focus has to come back on you. It has to. Okay, you have to give back to yourself here. And I was actually talking about that in pile number 1. But forgiveness is the quickest. I got to stop using the word quickest. But it is how you sever this attachment that you still have to this person. I was telling people in pile number 1 that you're not forgiving. You're not putting forgiveness on the situation for them. You're doing this for you. You're doing yourself a favor by forgiving this person. You know, you're releasing that painful, toxic energy, and you're letting that go. You're letting that go, and you're not allowing this person. It's like it's still it comes through with like the things that they've said to you too. Like they've made you feel fat and ugly and stuff like this too. So, you know, it really comes back down to you. You're in control of that. But you don't have to allow other people to control you by hanging on to that. You know, they don't have to control how your emotions and how you're feeling anymore, you know. Take back your power, you know. That's basically the gist of what I'm saying here, okay? So get back into loving you. Get back into loving you, focusing more on you, okay? And I think you need to remind yourself that this person's moved on from this connection. So you're kind of punishing yourself by staying stuck there. You know what I mean? Like they're out there they're living their best life. They're doing what they want to be doing despite everything that they've done to you. A part of them, they don't even have any guilt or remorse for some of the things they've said or done to you. They're not carrying this. So don't sit on the couch crying over this person. I think it's, especially when they're out there doing their own thing. You know, they're loving life, they're having fun, stuff like that. So do yourself a favor. Love yourself first here, okay? Take care of yourself. Walk away from this. This is no longer for you. You don't have to be responsible for carrying this garbage anymore, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I hope this has helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this. If this has resonated with you in some way, shape, or form, make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. I love you guys so much. Check out my gift shop, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.